Hello, everybody. Kim just stepped out of the room for a second, but she'll be joining us in a matter of moments. We hope you all had fun at Ginger Runner Global Run this year. It was amazing to look through the results. It always is so cool to see what people get up to. We're just so happy with how it went this year. It was like everything really worked out well, which we were worried that it would. Like we were working with Territory Run for the first time in kind of this partnership, and when we relinquish a bit of control over like the shipping side of things, we obviously worry, um, is everyone going to get it on time and all that stuff? But Territory knows what they're doing, and they nailed it. So we're really, really happy with how things worked out. Let me open the chat room. I don't know why I can't get it. Where is it? Oh no. Hope that didn't. No, it's still going. It's got to keep going, right? Oh no. Did I just end the live stream? Did that ruin the live stream, guys? I'm sorry if it did. I don't know. The live stream should still be going. Did I click it wrong? Am I still there? Can everyone still hear me? I'm sure everyone can, but I just needed to make sure because I accidentally clicked a button that said I was disconnected.
What's going on? Did you ruin the show?
No, I guess I was live that whole time. A little bit behind the scenes. Here's what happens on the monitor that you cannot see that we're right in front of. You have to export your video signal to YouTube, and then YouTube is like, "Oh, you have video incoming." What I just did is refresh that page that said video was incoming, and I didn't know if that meant the stream ended, but it didn't. It kept going live.
You look so sad in the replay.
Yeah, because I was sad thinking the video ended. It didn't. I was here the whole time. Look, guys, it's Cam. Did you get bubbly? Is it good?
Apple.
Oh, can I try it?
I guess so. It's not cold.
Nora, thank you. Ethan, you're good. We can hear you. I was panicking. I was like, people can't hear me. Oh, that's good.
Be better when it's cold.
Totally. That's really tasty. I do like apple things. Do I hear Gus, says Ryan Thrower? Yes, you do. Shout out to our buddy Ryan. Ryan Thrower helped a lot over the last few weeks with... let me pause that. Mute that. But Ryan's been helping us behind the scenes with some of our editing and reviews and stuff like that because of our races and GRGR and all the things that we have planned in the coming weeks and months. Ryan has come on to help us a lot with some of the editing and things like that, and he's just been doing a great job. Kim's review that drops tomorrow, Ryan helped a little bit with that. We're working on that as well. Basically, as soon as we end this, Kim and I are going to sit down. And
I feel terrible that he had to sit through all of my recording.
He had a great time. He laughed a ton. Kim has some really funny moments in it. And also a shout out, Darren is in the chat. Darren and Austin, who did that wonderful intro for us. They're our dear friends. They help us immensely with Tiger Claw, and we get to run with them quite often. So for them to do that video, one, it takes a lot for them to record something like that, I'm sure, and send that to us, but it was really, really funny. It was also disturbing.
Was it funny?
No. Is that the right answer? Kim also pointed out that we both have buns tonight.
Well, that's the end of the live stream.
That's it.
Nathaniel in the chat room says, GRGR has evolved and grown over time. How has the event impacted you and the greater running community?
Greater running community, I don't know. It feels like what's great is we have a lot of return participants. So every year we have this really amazing core group of people that come back year after year to participate in it. And it is them that helps spread GRGR and tells their friends or their local communities to do it. Like we promote it as much as we want really each year. We don't go overboard and, everyone's got to sign up for GRGR or any of that sort of thing. We make it a very voluntary sort of thing where people, if they feel like they want to participate, can, or if they're familiar with it, they can register. And it just has this sort of like organic growth which feels a lot more pure than just overboard marketing and stuff like that. And so anytime we have growth or anytime new people do it, people are like, that was really fun. Thank you so much for hosting that. And it's funny because it's like, we just deal with the logistics of the gear and also, um, as what's the word? Accumulating the results, putting those
Tabulating.
together, tabulating. That and then also like creating the wards and that and doing this live show and stuff like that. But really the event itself is all you. You know, you guys get to put together your run and your time and what time of day and your crew and your group of people that you're running with. So it's really neat to see what people do.
And it's also fun, like, because we've been doing it now for 4 years. We've seen, like, I'm thinking about one woman in particular who was like, "My last year, my baby was just born, or I was pregnant." I can't remember what the
Mhm.
thing. And then this year she had her, like, she was carrying her baby on
On the
her,
front.
like, yeah, like, it's kinda neat
I think we actually
to
showed her photo.
see familiar faces
Yeah.
come back year after year and either have them, like, bring in other people from their community or friends or family and that are out there doing it with them, and it's kinda neat. It's a really neat experience for us, and, we obviously host one live event or one in-person event now, Tiger Claw, but originally this was set up because we wanted to get our community involved and feeling like you guys and us were all involved in something at the same time
Yeah.
without having to physically fly somewhere.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that's just not in their scope of what they can do, so
Like Tiger Claw was our first foray into in-person events, and GRGR has been going on now for 4 years, and that was our when we came up with basically we came up with Tiger Claw before we came up with GRGR. It wasn't called Tiger Claw, it wasn't on Tiger Mountain, but it was we want to do an in-person event, and here are some of the things that we want to make happen at this event. We weren't ready to do an in-person event yet, so we were like, well, what if we did this virtual event, this event where people from around the world could participate? What sort of um uh I guess rules, but less rules and more sort of like guidelines. What sort of guidelines could we create to let everyone be sort of on an equal playing field? And then how could we also reward people in ways that were equal in a way that people could challenge themselves in unique and different ways? So it wasn't always about who's the fastest, who can run the furthest, and who can get the most gain. Like those awards are obviously very impressive, and we do include those because, like you saw tonight, the numbers that people are getting are monstrous and very impressive. Um, but also, we wanted to have creative categories that got people creative, and like you didn't have to be the fastest person. We wanted to recognize people who could think outside the box, and we're doing really neat things. I think every year there's new
mhm.
ideas from you guys participating. Like, what if you did this? That we've incorporated. For example, the GPS Artiste Award, we've done it for Gingermas every year, and it was just kind of a natural evolution to include it here for GRGR. And like, this is the first year we've done it. We had a lot of entries in it. I can't wait for next year. I think once people sort of saw,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah, I get it, because some people maybe just didn't know what that meant. Next year is going to be crazy. We had a woman do a fire hydrant run because a lot of people live in a city. Maybe there's only
Mhm.
blocks,
Yeah.
and so she did like a fire hydrant, which was really great. We had another person spell out GRGR, which is really great.
Yeah, we want just to, like, give the opportunity to people like, me personally, I'll never win, like, a distance award. That's not the kind of runner I am, but to have the opportunity to enter something like this and win, like, a cool trophy for something else is, I think, equally as rewarding.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So we again, I know we say it often, and especially to our Patreon supporters, but we are blown away with the participation and the love and support that we get from all of you. I mean, just participating in GRGR, even if you didn't end up submitting your results. So we had a lot like that's ends up what happens with this event every year. This is the same thing that happens every year.
Yeah.
Is we've increased like our number of participants overall, small percentages each year, but it's still like, oh cool, we're seeing growth. But the number of participants who submit their results is always less than half. Like it will have a certain number of people and download registration or register, and then less than half actually submit the results. And that's just how it's been each year. And it's really interesting to see that because a lot of people just want to participate and they want to support.
Yeah.
They don't care about the results. They know they're like, I didn't enter a category, so I'm not going to submit my results. Uh, and that's just pure support for just supporting, and that's amazing, and that's a testament to this community. just being willing to do whatever it takes to help. And we do things like Gingermas and GRGR because we do like to build this community, and it's become more about the community than anything else. So we're really, really happy. We sit and look through the results, and we share the pictures that people send, and the videos and the messages, and it's like you can't help but get wrapped up in how special it is. And you got filmmakers like Mubarak and Joss, who are in countries across the globe that we have not visited and we've never seen. And through
Mhm.
those images and through those visuals, we get to see places on Earth that we've never been to, but it also feels kind of familiar because we're seeing someone either wearing a GRGR shirt or they're talking directly to us or something. And it's like, whoa, this is wild. This is really cool. It's a special thing for us.
Yeah, totally.
What's an injured piece of shit? Did
Because
someone
Ingen said, "I won something even though I'm an injured piece of shit."
perfect? Yeah, perfect example. Ingen, she was injured. She even emailed us, I think, before and was like, "Hey, I'm super injured. I still want to support you guys and get a registration, but I don't know if we'll be able to participate." And she ended up winning the Doppelganger Award because she got super creative and put together some pretty awesome costumes.
I'm still not sure if I'm married to Ingen or to you. Or to Austin, actually.
I am Ingen. It's me. But Ingen, please share the trophy with your daughter. Like, that was super cute. Super cute. The art award was so much fun. Yeah, Mandy Baker wins the Artiste Award, GPS Artiste Award.
She did make her claim last week. She said she's gonna throw down like Bob Ross, and she really
She
did.
totally did. And that's going to be super unique to see how that. Why am I still wearing this?
What are you wearing?
A headphone.
You took it out.
But then I put it back in. Oh, I wanted to see if my audio was working. That's what it was. It's going to be interesting to see how that evolves because I think you can do, if you live in a city with blocks, you can use blocks to sort of spell something out. But I believe she kind of went to an open space and just got creative with the drawing and stuff. And the runner up did the same thing. The runner up submitted some videos of him running through bushes and brambles and off trail to create that GRGR logo. And, listen, don't run off trail, but I think in that case it was like an open park or something like that. And it was really funny to see him like run around in circles and then run through bushes and just to try to get the lines perfect.
Another question? Of all the GRGR Ginger Miss submissions you've received, are
Mhm.
there any that have stuck in your mind over the years?
Ginger Miss, huh?
GRGR or Ginger Miss?
Yeah, I mean we've read some stories from people who we had the inspiration stories for the last couple of years.
Yep.
And the reason we sort of swapped it out with GPS Artiste Award this year is just because it's really hard to choose a winner, like who's the most inspiring person in the room. Like it's not our place to say. And some of the stories that were shared with us were just so special and inspiring that I think there's better ways for us to sort of get those stories across in maybe creative ways in the future. But
some of those submissions are the ones that have
yeah.
also stuck in my mind. And I think for me also, like the Ginger Miss in particular, we always get a lot of really super cute entries of families or parents taking
Mm,
one of their kids out and kind of making it a family experience. And I think for me, that's my goal for the big picture is to create this community and this joy, and whether it's a family or if it's you and a friend or if it's
yeah.
even you out by yourself, just getting out there, just really enjoying being out there. And I don't know, I think those kinds of things are really special for me.
Yeah. Seeing people who, maybe don't go out and do big events or runs or something like that, but for the holiday season, maybe the kids want to go out and do something. They kind of get that family together and bring them out. Or we get videos during Ginger Miss that are just really special to people having like that's I think what really comes across the most is when people are having fun.
Mm-hmm.
So either they're getting dressed up and they're going out and do like Ginger Miss is great because most people get dressed up. They'll put on a Santa hat or a beard.
Do
And
something silly, go
silly.
take selfies with
Yeah.
elfies and stuff
Yeah,
that
because it's a scavenger hunt, so
yeah.
you're gonna kind of do silly shit. And to see that come back, you can tell that they had a really great time. And that to me is kind of the best, is to see people who are having a good time doing something that we kind of came up with.
Mhm.
Uh, And I don't know. I said it during the show, and it was the first time that I sort of thought about it in real time. But like, we sit in this corner. It's a tiny corner in this room. The room is not big. The house is not big. But like this tiny corner in this tiny room in this tiny house. But people around the world will tune into this, or they'll participate in something like GRGR, and we get to see their little corner in their
Mhm.
little room in their little house, and it's it is a really really crazy special unique thing that like no other virtual run does. You know, no other virtual run is really like, show us a video, make us a film, and show us all these other things that you're doing, you know.
It's a way for us to feel more connected to you guys.
Hmm.
And I also think a way for the rest of the community here to feel connected to each other because you're actually getting to see each other. You're getting to hear each other's voices. You see the scenery where you're running.
Hmm.
It's really special.
We love it. Love, 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 love it.
Mhm.
So I think that's yeah, probably some of the takeaways. It's just, I mean, it's been years. We've done both of them for so many years, and Ginger Miss is just around the corner. Can't believe it. No rest for the weary, huh?
Hmm.
It's gonna be fun. Um, People are trolling each other. Love it. Darren and Austin trolling it. See you, Randy. Got your video. I got it. It's gonna and it'll make the final cut. Um, we really, again, just tiny tree, big forest. You know it, Josh. If you have not seen it already, we did release the GR Crew T-shirt. So those are only for GR Crew. You guys are GR Crew. You're a Patreon supporter. No matter your level, those shirts are going to be limited edition for you only. You'll notice it says sold out. That's because we just did our first run of them, which we announced last week. We will They'll still be there in the store, but they'll become available first week of November. So we are, as we mentioned, creating like hoodies, head wraps, a couple of items that you can sort of rock as a kit, a sort of small kit, and we'll offer those up the first week of November. Those will all be pre-ordered items. So you can order all of those t-shirts included at that time, and then they'll be made and then shipped probably the first week of December, if not the last week of November. We did have some international people say, hey, is it more worthwhile for me to hold off on the t-shirt until the hoodie? And yeah, that totally makes sense. We get it. And that's probably a great way to save on shipping and customs and stuff
Mhm.
like that. But if
Yeah.
you are international and you did order a t-shirt, don't worry, it'll get shipped. You'll get it probably sooner than the pre-order on the hoodies and stuff like that too. So just very exciting stuff. It's all stuff that we've been talking about doing for years. If you've been here for a long time, you know that I talk often about merch and talk about gear and like wanting to have stuff that I can rock and be proud of what we've created here, both Ginger Runner and GR Crew. And I've talked about it forever. And we finally are creating it. And it's in large part to territory and being able to sort of like, listen,
Mhm.
you guys have had these ideas. Why don't you let us handle the parts that you have difficulty finding time to handle, which is like fulfillment and shipping and doing all that sort of stuff. So they've just come in and helped out a lot. So it's been great. And the quality of gear is fantastic. I love my GRGR shirt.
I
It's
know I
dirty.
do.
I know I do. It's dirty. Our zippies
Gross.
that we use from Tiger Claw, those are territory. We wear those all the time.
I wore mine
Hoodies and
today.
yeah. We're gonna throw some really, really great stuff together for the GR Crew.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, Ingen, took took took, or beanie. Basically, my goal, I want to create one of these. I want to create a beanie like this.
That one has lost its shape.
Yeah, this one is old. I've had this one for years, but they are hard to source in a timely fashion. Most places will turn around in like 8 to 12 weeks. But I have emails out to a couple of companies that can hopefully make them quicker than that because I really love to do beanies.
Toques.
Toques, because we're heading into the winter months here in the US, in the Northern Hemisphere.
Also in Canada.
Northern Hemisphere.
Yeah.
What did I say the first time? United States? I didn't say North America.
You said US.
I said US and Canada.
That's where the line's right here.
Yeah, it's true.
It's right here.
We've got to buy some plane tickets for Phoenix, but we are so excited to see many of you at Javelina. It's going to be a blast. We are going to be down there for a couple of days, and then next week is the week before Javelina, so we'll probably do a show around that. Look for Kim's review dropping tomorrow. We have
video. Review.
Sorry, video. We don't know what time it's going to drop yet because we have to piece some stuff together
Couple
here
things we need to
tonight.
do, yeah.
We'll be working late on that, but the goal is to get it up reasonable time. But just keep an eye on her channel tomorrow, and make sure you click the bell notification so you are notified when it does go live. And yeah, that's something we want. We like YouTube has new restrictions on channels, so we want to get like 3,000 new subscribers in the year.
Basically,
We
YouTube
have
got
goals.
mad at me because I didn't use my channel for a couple of years.
YouTube has new restrictions on channels. They have to reach certain criteria to be considered like to have the benefits of a channel that can have like branding and advertising and that sort of thing. So we're gonna try to do everything we can to get that channel up to it.
And also bear with me, guys. My first video, I feel like it was
It's
a little
so good.
rusty.
Kim says this. Ryan can attest. Kim is so good at the in front of camera stuff. Like I remember 2 years ago when you would record your reviews, you would have to like script it out, which is very normal. And you would record for a long time and hopefully get the lines right and stuff like that. And then you'd edit it and go,
Yes?
You've gone to bed? I will say that Kim recorded her video and we're sitting there watching it. And I'm like, she's damn good.
And then it gave you allergies.
It gave me allergies. In the last 2 years, I think doing Ginger Runner live every week it's like click the switch for you or something, because I'm watching this video going, I need to learn from her.
Does it turn off or does it just keep going?
It keeps going until you do that.
Mm.
Or until the sound wears out, but I don't remember what that is. And Josh has the best advice. Don't be a perfectionist. It will be awesome. A little bit behind. Can we tell him the behind the scenes bit? It's my fault. It's all my fault.
There was a couple behind the scenes bits that made me furious.
Uh,
First of all, so I started shooting. It was like really hard for me to like get into the groove of like wanting to shoot again. Not because I didn't want to, just like
Patreon perk here, guys.
Yeah.
This is for your ears only.
like if you don't do something for a long time, it's always harder to go back and do it again, right? And like something with putting up a video, it's like you're throwing yourself out there into the public just to be trashed by a-holes, which happens. So it took a lot of courage for me to like, and a lot of build up for me to record again. We got my recording space all set up. Ethan like hooked everything up for me. And I was like, oh man, this is gonna be really hard. I was super anxious. I did a big recording. It took me over an hour. And I was like, all right, Ethan, I'm done. And then you came out and you're like, oh man, one of your lights went out at some point during recording. You're like, it's not a big deal. Don't worry about the light.
Not a big deal.
And you walk over to around the camera and you're like, did you turn this off? And I was like, no.
So the camera has a default limit of 29 minutes of recording time. So what ends up happening at 29 minutes is the camera will just shut down. You'll hear the lens close and do all this sort
I
of
didn't
thing.
know that.
Kim had no idea. Again, this is stuff that like I've had to my growing pains through all of this stuff. So it is all me for not relaying to her, hey, also, by the way, the camera stops recording after 29 minutes. Kim would have no idea unless she was right next to the camera and like heard it turn off. But the way you'll see the way we have it set up, she's far from the camera. So you had to re-record the whole thing.
Yes, so I had to re-record
From
the whole
scratch.
thing from scratch.
Yeah, so nothing was
Which was
saved.
like you were very like encouraging, and you're like, you know what, you got your first run out of it. Like
I've done
and
this
video is a little
multiple
bit
times.
longer. It's a little bit longer than just a regular, just plain review. So yeah, so you're like you got all the rust out. You'll be like much better this time. Blah blah blah.
It's I've done it many times where I've recorded something and something was wrong. Either the audio didn't record. It happened like 3 weeks ago. I recorded a review, was all ready, sat and started looking at it and went, there's no audio on this. And I had to
Right.
re-record the entire thing. That's a lot of time to do that.
But you're
and it's
profesh.
frustrating though. But it's so frustrating.
It's frustrating, and I had built it up so much of like, you just got to do this. Like, just find the courage, just do it, whatever. So Ethan sets me up again. I set a timer on my phone so I can remember to return on the
every
camera.
25
whatever.
minutes, restart the camera.
Go through the review again. Fine, done.
Yeah, Ghostkin says, hey, rehearsal went great. That's exactly it. It's a rehearsal. This is your first video back in 2 years. This was practice.
I always read that as Goseki NZ.
I think you're right. It's Goseki NZ.
I like ghost skin.
No, it's been years. Goseki NZ has been in the chat room for years, and I think I always used to say Gosekins. And
Oh, that sounds cute.
yeah, like Gose, because there's a a drink called a Gose or Gose,
True.
which is a sour beer.
So recorded everything again. A couple days go by, waiting for when Ryan is available to come edit. Ryan comes to edit.
I'm in the process. Ryan's looking through the footage. He's like starting to get into it. I'm in
Ethan
the
and I
other
are in
room
the other room
working on stuff, and I'm like in the background. I'm deleting stuff on my phone and like doing a full like data reset on it. And I like click reset, watch the Apple. It's like deleting everything. Literally, the Apple bar is like, we're resetting your phone and deleting everything. And I put it down.
And I say to Ethan, oh man, like I hate having to hear my own voice, like as Ryan's editing the video, because I hate the sound of my own voice. And Ethan's like, did he already start? And I was
I
like,
couldn't hear anything.
And I was like, yeah, he started.
And I went, I don't hear anything. The audio. And I remembered.
No, you just did like a,
oh
no. My
no.
God.
In my mind, I realized Kim, we had it set up so Kim is recording with a lavalier microphone into my phone. It's a common trick that we've used in different videos and films and stuff over the years where you can record directly to your phone with a lavalier mic. It's great sound quality and it's super portable. So I had done that with my phone, recorded her audio for this video. I always record backups. So the backup audio is an external mic built into the camera that I had set in front of her on the coffee table, just in case the lav didn't work. We had a backup. So literally what I was figured out was I just deleted all of Kim's audio. I had just deleted everything before giving it to Ryan to put into the final edit. And I lost it. I was so mad at myself because I was watching the Apple bar delete things on my phone.
And you're like, I can't stop it.
Stop it. It's not saved and it doesn't go to the cloud automatically. And I walked in here and was into the edit room and it was kind of like, maybe I can save that secondary audio that I recorded. And it's fine. It's totally fine. But it took me like doing some tweaks and doing some audio specialty work, sort of doing some sound design. And it got to a point where I was like, it's fine. We can either sit down and re-record this again, or we can not let perfection be the enemy of greatness. And in this case, it was like, it's not worth the hours of you sitting down, re-recording it, and getting that crispy audio, but maybe not as good a video.
Right.
Like you run that risk of like, the video's not that good. Let's just edit what we have and then listen to it at the end and figure out if the audio is good. And sure enough, we got it edited and the audio's there and it's great. It's totally great.
Moral of the story is I'm hoping that we like worked out all like the bugs.
Promise you we didn't. Every week there'll be something. It's been 8 years.
Andrea
8 years.
in the chat room says, just listening to this makes my hands sweat. And like, yeah, I was like this close to like, I was just like.
It was all my fault. I take full responsibility. I literally clicked delete on my phone minutes after the editing began. And like my heart
But also
sank.
like in my brain, like I hadn't remembered that my good audio was on Ethan's phone. So I hadn't even thought about it. But it was.
And for days, I was sitting on that audio thinking, oh, I got to dump that audio to the computer. If I don't do it now, I'm going to forget. Got to dump that audio. But I kept putting it off because it was GR weekend and I had all these things. And it's 100% my fault. I deleted it. I deleted the audio. I deleted it. But
everything's fine.
But I am so happy. But I'm so happy that I did put a secondary mic down. Because if I didn't do that, the audio that camera would have recorded would have been unusable. And it would have been a guarantee, we need you to sit down and re-record this. And it would have wasted all of our, hours of our day. Just would have been like, fuck, I can't go out into the living room because that's where you're recording. And I can't, you would have had to sit down and rewrite everything. And we learned our lesson. But this is video production. I have horror stories from being on set in like $1 million productions as an actor and overhearing things, not like we had $1 million set. But hearing things that happen on set where someone makes one little mistake and it ruins the entire production. And that person, going through their head, am I ever going to work again? We didn't have that. I still have a job, right?
You might be fired.
I hope I still have a job. So that's a little bit behind the scenes and what went into tomorrow's video. We have a lot of work left to do on it. We're going to do that right now.
I'm gonna give Gus a bath first.
Okay. I still have some work to do before you look at it. Like we're putting together some additional things I want Kim to look at before we piece it all together in the video.
But yeah, tomorrow, you guys do me a solid and subscribe if you're interested in following my content, obviously.
Kimasabi says, Kim's video will have Ethan's voice dubbed over it, voiceover. Another little behind the scenes that only Patreon members will ever get. My most recent review.
Oh, yeah.
So the Skechers review. I recorded the Skechers review having talked about Adidas Boost beforehand, like kind of going through my notes and going, oh yeah, the Skechers Hyperburst reminds me a lot of Adidas Boost. I recorded the video. Ryan helped with some of the editing on the video, and I went back to sort of like just make some tweaks and kind of look through some things and see what I had done in my main recording. And then I realized, oh no, I kept referring to Skechers Hyperburst as Hyper Boost. So I was calling it Hyper Boost, but it's called Hyperburst. It says Hyperburst on the side of the shoe. Basically, everything in the video was wrong. So if you go back and watch that video, you'll notice every time I say Hyperburst, it's actually me mouthing Hyper. But I had to redub burst in there for each one of them. It's subtle, but it's what's called an overdub or, yeah.
But nobody's called you out on it,
No
right?
one's called me out on it, but they did call me out on the fact that I misspelled Skechers in the title.
You or Ryan.
I'll take the blame. I take full blame because
I'm going to divide it 50-50.
Ryan's watching. I'm not going to throw Ryan under the bus. He's so good. He's helped us so much. Like there's no way we could have trained for our races, gone and done our races, traveled.
You are standing up for him.
I am, because he's helped us not like go crazy over the last 2 months.
It's true.
The amount of things on our plates right now, we would have gone crazy had Ryan not helped. So, Ryan, we cannot thank you enough. And GR Crew, you're going to get to know Ryan a lot more. He's going to be in more videos and stuff like that. He's become a true member of the team. Same with Darren and Austin. The team is growing and we love it. But yeah, go back and watch that review. You'll notice that I say Hyper Boost.
Zeki Enzi has a great tip for you. Just use their foam.
Yeah, listen, I have a whole sheet of overused terms, and overused terms include midsole and foam. And sometimes it's not foam, and in their case, it's not foam. It's like a TPU or PL. It's not foam.
Well, I decided after like going through my video yesterday, my overused words are cozy and soft.
Oh, interesting.
That's how I describe everything.
It's taken me years to go back and watch my videos and go, whoa, I said that word way too much. I still have my vocabulary. Like watching this show, the GRGR 18 video, I was like, man, I kept saying like just epic or massive adventure or something. Whatever the term was, I used it.
You have to do like a little shimmy.
Yeah. Yeah. A little bit behind the scenes. We like sharing some of that stuff with y'all.
Foam-like substance.
Ethan can't spell good. It's true. So yeah, shoes will use various versions of foam. Foam refers to a specific type of compound. TPU is another one. Poly, man, I'm forgetting. I think you basically can call it a midsole because a midsole is all encompassing. So it could be foam, could be boost, could be burst, could be whatever. But calling something EVA, sorry, yeah, it's EVA. EVA foam isn't always foam. Oh my God, my brain is mush. So I apologize if I meant EVA and not foam. But yeah, there's certain terms that I can't use one as a universal. Dovetail, says Pete Edwards. My beer is gone.
Chris Brown says, I've noticed stout being used lately.
Oh.
That's stout.
It's funny because normally I'm pretty keen on the words I say too much. Stout. That one's going to be removed from my vocabulary.
You can add badass to that.
I think badass is in there. Badass. Everrun midsole material. Yep. I'm going to use foam more often, says Josh. It's been over a year since I've been in the post show. I miss GRL. Adulting sucks. It's okay, Alec. We appreciate you being here, and congratulations on your win. You earned it. Being an adult, overrated, but
And also sucky.
and also sucky at times. Yeah. Get out of here. Get some rest. We appreciate y'all very, very much. We can sleep tonight. Little GRGR, post GRGR relaxation. But once we get this video done up on your channel, it'll be great. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, guys.
Get out there. Ethyl vinyl acetate EVA. Thanks, Kim. Kim is actually, like, I think, more knowledgeable on shoe. I believe Kim worked for. Kim, you worked for a shoe company, didn't you? Weren't you like a shoe designer?
I thought it stood for "ew, very awesome."
This shoe's very awesome. Is a little bit thicker than the previous model. Really happy with the way that it feels. Happy GRGR to you, Mubarak. Congratulations. Book your tickets. Yeah, no kidding. I'm just waiting to see if Kim Wrinkle worked for Nike. Used to work at Nike. That's it. Kim is quite knowledgeable in all things sort of gear related. Now that he mentions exactly what EVA stands for, which it's been a long time since I've studied it.
Very
Ethyl
awesome.
vinyl acetate. I'm going to use that in my next review. People will be like, why did you just Wikipedia EVA all of a sudden? What are you using those types of terms for? Thanks, everyone. Get out there.
Thank you
Train hard.
all.
Race harder. Party harder.
Bye.
Bye.